Hey guys, so I'm doing a commentary on Luigi's One Night at Freddy's. So let's get started. Now this came out in October, but I have been working on it since July. Now that set of the FNAF office was commissioned by a lady on Etsy. I'm gonna put her thing in the description, but she did a really great job. She didn't even know what FNAF was. I just kind of sent her a picture of the FNAF office and what it looked like. So now this is kind of like Luigi's first ever-ish kind of video.
Actual vomit, okay?
And when I was casting for him, I wanted somebody to kind of sound like Charlie Day from the movie. And I found this great guy. I think I found him on, I forgot where I found him, but I remember I was struggling to find somebody who sounded kind of like the Charlie Day version of Luigi in the Mario movie. Because I really did like that voice and I like that take on Luigi, so I was like, I want that one to interact with the FNAF lore characters. So yeah.
Oh, come on, I gotta pee eventually, man.
Not here.
Different location. Then he looks up, and that FNAF building is a miniature that I just filmed to look like it was a big building, and it was done by a guy on Etsy. I'll put his thing on the screen as well. He did a great job. It was 3D printed, I think. Title card. Not AI, by the way. And we have the montage. This was the first thing I ever filmed. Now, I didn't want to do the FNAF video because I just knew it would have been a huge headache because I didn't know. First of all, the set, I knew would have been really complicated to make. Because if you notice in my videos, the most sets I ever really have are like rooms, not really like restaurants or anything like that. Not like, it's unfortunate. I wish I knew, and I'm still trying to figure out, but I don't really do like restaurant videos or like movie, like, you know, like locations like malls or anything, because those sets are really hard to build. I'm not saying that I never will do them, but they are really hard to make, and I'm trying to figure out how to make them. But like these little like just scenes of the camera going in on Luigi and stuff, and these were all like tests, like, because I didn't know if it would look good. So I was just kind of like testing out the lighting and stuff. So those like little montage things, like those little like shots, they were all tests, and I decided to kind of like throw it in the editor and see if it looks good, and it did. So I was like, oh, let me make it part of the montage. So those are all like kind of test shots in a way. That's a really great Freddy and Bonnie figure. They were like kind of life-size. Unfortunately, Chica, the Chica toy, wasn't life-size. Like those two, like Bonnie and Freddy, they're the only ones that are kind of like big, like good, like a good size, or like 10, like kind of the same size as like the Luigi plush, maybe even a little bit taller. But they don't make Chica or Foxy. Like they make them like the little ones. Like that Chica toy, that's like the size of my palm. Like that's the size of my hand. So I had to make it look like it was towering over Luigi, which was kind of not hard, but you know, would have been easier had it been like these two, you know, like those two figures. Again, this is all Easter egg, the TV from the You Cannot Beat Us commercial that I made. Now, when I was making this video, I was making it on one laptop, but then the laptop broke and I lost all my progress in editing. And the original song in this like little fighting montage was I Need a Hero by Bonnie Tyler. My laptop broke down, and whatever, like, I was kind of lazy with it, so a few weeks passed by, and during those weeks I started watching Peacemaker, and it has like the song in the intro, and I decided to use that. That's the cupcake. I knew I had to get the cupcake in there. And then I switched it. I had like now that's a Funko Pop cupcake that I used, because it's a little bit bigger. Because the other one that Chica was holding in her hand, that one was like, again, really, really small. It wouldn't have worked had I just used that. The sound effects in this video were really cool, like fun to figure out, because you need a lot of like robot and like slicing sounds, right? So it was cool to look for them, and it was really satisfying. It was cool because these are like toys, right? They're like the little toys. So when I put in the editor and I put the sound effects to make them sound like they're heavy and like they're robots, it's really cool. Now Foxy's green screen to look bigger, because he's much, much smaller than those two Freddy and Bonnie figures. Yeah. Now I found that little crying child ghost on Etsy. I was gonna make it like a Boo plush, but I kind of wanted the souls in the video to be like children, you know, like how they are in the games. Like they're kind of not really villains. They're just, you know, victims of William Afton killing them and stuff. So the boo's kind of like this expression, like they're like evil. I kind of didn't want that. It wouldn't match the voice. So I was like, all right. Yeah, and mixing Ghostbusters with FNAF. Now this Springtrap toy was 3D printed. I think you can tell. It was really like flimsy. I had to super glue all the joints together. I think you can really tell. So if I ever do make, I do want to make a FNAF 2 video, but I probably will have to get a new Springtrap figure or plush, I don't know. I was gonna do stop motion for this video, but I don't know, I'm kind of lazy. And I knew it would have taken more time, and it was easier to make them, just, you know, shake them like a plush. The original ending, I think, would have been like the souls came out of Luigi's vacuum and they all like kind of like attacked him, but that was a little bit, I don't know. The video was a little bit, that would have been really hard to film, so I just kind of made it so that he threw beer at Springtrap, and that would have been his spring lock failure. This was like the last thing I ever filmed. Yeah, it was really nice. These shots look nice.
I don't know if there's like
I really like this location. I always wanted to film there. Finally had a chance. You can kind of see the stitching on Luigi's hand, like the little string falling off that I used to stitch the phone. But yeah, no, this was cool to film. It was nice filming it because the weather was cool, and yeah. You can kind of see an NES game cartridge on this side and Chemic's wand on the floor.
I always come back.
Yeah, that was Freddy's or Luigi's One Night at Freddy's. I did want to use the Living Tombstone FNAF song, but I kind of felt like that would have been a little bit predictable. I actually do listen to that song unironically, by the way, it's a banger. But I remember watching, like listening to like a Frank Sinatra version of the FNAF song, and that was AI. I didn't want to use AI in a video, but there was another guy who did it, and he actually did sing it in that kind of same like Frank Sinatra style. So I used that song because I don't know, I thought it would have been like still putting in the FNAF song from the Living Tombstone, but with a little twist at the end. And that art piece was commissioned by some guy on Instagram. I'll put his at in the description too. But yeah, so I was really happy with how that art piece came out. It was funny. Yeah. Yeah, I tried to make the credits as long because I wanted y'all to see the art, the really cool art. But yeah, that was commentary. So if you learned something new, then that's cool. I might do more of these, but yeah, I hope you guys like the commentary, and I'll see you guys until next time.